Hey guys. It is Monday. I am dating cats. Yes. Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. Monday Ready Up. I am Susan. I am the visual novel / dating sim queen of Ready Up. Because we all know how well Doki Doki Literature Club went. Now, I have deliberately stayed quite blind with Perfect Date, which I should probably note in the stream title actually. I'm going to change that to say first time blind playthrough. This cat don't hate Mondays, yeah. But I wanted to throw in a RuPaul reference because I'm so excited about All Stars 3 happening in January. So it's like, hey kitty girl. Actually, I don't even know if the cats are like male or female. It's like, hey panda, you're right panda. Yeah. This is a dating sim about cats. And I'm coming to this blind, so we shall see what happens. Let me know audio feedback. I have some rather delightful and chirpy music in my ears. I hope you guys can hear it as well. It looks like you should be able to. And if you can hear me okay, then we're all good. I love this how to play. Should we check this out? Oh, okay, we can progress the story. Progress the story. If you're feeling a little spicy, you can even progress the story by left clicking this icon. I am at a loss for words. Rest to restore your health. Running out of hearts may have consequences. Finishing 3 research events will result in the completion of your contract. Ending your current chapter. Make sure you've done everything you want before finishing your research. Keep an eye out for anything odd. Curiosity may have killed the cat, but it might lead you to some fun extras. And you know how much we love fun extras. So let's get going. For context, just to say that I have played Heartful Boyfriend. So any other pigeon references will also be welcome and encouraged in the chat. Give me all of your cat puns. I want them. So this cameo of destruction. Right. I haven't started yet. 0% of total game seen. 18 endings. Good lord. And 6 chapters. So let's go start with chapter 1. Oh! Oh, I can change the way that I look. That's cool. Hey, this kind of looks like me. Look how cheerful she looks. Enter name. Well, what happens if we click random? Keith. Warren, Ben, Dorothy, Brooke. Let's just go with our standard. This looks like me, and let's go for the Asian character. Accepted. Meow. Autosave. I am a devil and I reject. But that's fine, I have an angel and I accept. It's testing me. I feel the game is testing me. I think you look like a Keith, yes. Name needs to be a cat pun. It should have been a cat pun. You know, we can restart. We can try that again. Cat pun. Give me a cat pun for a name. Cat pun for the name, you guys. I failed right at the beginning. I'm sorry, Lasku. How do I delete that? How do I cover up my mistakes? Yes, start a new game. Random name. Simon. Robert. Yvonne. Dawn. Chairman Meow. That's good. Come on, we can do better. I know we can do better. Or are you happy with that? You're gonna let that one slide, Lasky? Oh no! It's too long. It's too long. Oops. Do you think that works? Sherman Meow. Feels bad, man. Or any other. You're out of puns. Oh, you peaked too early. You peaked too early, Panda. We'll leave it at that. It sounds kind of exotic. So I feel this game is testing me right from the get-go. So let's go. Gary. We could have called him Gary. Chapter 1. I've just realised I should probably move myself because I'm kind of like hovering in the corner where there might actually be text. But we shall see as we go along. I'm not sure how long we've been sailing, but it feels like forever. I'm not feeling too well now, so it's a huge relief to hear the deck lads shout. Oops. No. Oh no, I failed right from the start. There we go. Island approach. Make yourself ready. Oh, you can't see that guy. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move myself. I'm going to like pull back the curtain a wee bit. Ooh, oh no, it's broken. I broke it. I'm going to move myself over here. You can't see this just yet, but through the magic of technology. And then I'm going to move the little logo here. Magic. There we go. Right, island approach. Make yourself ready. I'm finally here. When I applied last month, I was just another broke student living off of baked beans, and I didn't really think I had a chance of being accepted to be part of the prestigious Cat Island research stream. Well, research team rather, stream. Freudian slip there. There we go. Yeah, here it is. The little black dot in the distance, growing bigger by the second. It's the infamous Cat Island, a place I will call home for the next few months. Yeah, what is this wizardry, Panda? You haven't even put your summoning spell in the chat. My heart momentarily skips a beat. What if there's been a mistake? What if they accepted someone else's application, accidentally sent the offer to me? I rummage about in my bag until I find the papers. DP Corporation. Dear Chairman Rao, we are pleased to be able to offer you the position of research assistant to Professor Purrfect at our research facility on Cat Island. The position will be for an initial period of 8 weeks. Your contract will be sent separately. Looking forward to working with you. Yours sincerely, Professor Purrfect, PhD, BSc, Honours, DPG. Oh my goodness. Nope, that's me right there in top left hand corner, Chairman Meow. And there's his name at the bottom. The genius behind this whole operation. Purrfect. I know, I can't. I don't even. We're really just getting started. Science genius and my new boss. I look up from my papers to see dry land rapidly approaching before us. Seems to be surrounded by a huge barrier of impenetrable black rocks. This is a good sign. We'll use his apprentice to talk. Nice. As we get closer, we're not slowing down. I begin to worry we're going to crash into them. Then at the very last moment, we take a sharp turn to the left. Suddenly, we're sailing smoothly towards a jetty through an opening in the rocks. I blow out the breath I've been holding, break into a smile. Nicely done, Skipper. The ferryman comes out and, ignoring my attempts at camaraderie, and shouts rather brusquely. Take all your belongings. You won't be back for days, so don't leave nothing you'll need. Thank you. Ready to disembark, we glide seamlessly up to the wooden jetty. The sun leaps ashore to tie us off. He's greeted by a bulky man in uniform who I take to be a security officer of some kind. Sir, I caught you a mouse, and then he laughs loudly as if he said the funniest thing he's ever heard. It's very disconcerting. The security guard remains surly. He turns his attention to me. Let's be having you then. He holds out his large hand, which I assume is an offer to help me off the boat. But as I reach out to take it, he snatches it away, throwing me off balance. I almost fall over the side. What a great start. What a dick. Chairman Meow's still making me laugh. ID card? Oh, I see, of course. Hand over the card I was given on the mainland. Cat Island security, oh my god. Oh, the saving already? Okay. He barely looks at it before striding off, grunting over his shoulder. This way! I follow down a dirt track path and get my first proper view of the island. It's beautiful, lush and green. I'm already under spell. I know, I feel like this is already a trap. I'm like on the alert. After no more than a few minutes trekking, we're in base camp, which consists of an assortment of tents and huts. Among them are 2 more solid structures, one larger, one smaller. I presume these are the labs. The whole camp is moderate but functional, reminds me of an army outpost. I'm struck by the lack of people. In fact, there's no one around apart from an older woman sitting outside, peeling a pile of potatoes. I smile, give her a little nod, but she just stares back at me. Bit. I try not to get paranoid. Yeah. He stopped at the largest of the tents, indicating I should go outside. I feel rude just walking in, so I make a presence known first. Hello? A third but friendly voice calls out. Come? Oh. Is that what Professor Purrfect looks like? I walk in, and there he is hunched over some documents. The great Professor Purrfect. You say that, Panda, but you know, like, I don't know, DDLC has kind of ruined everything for me ever again. And it was the first stream you ever attended, and you were there for like both of them. I walk in and there he is hunched over some documents, a great Professor Purrfect. Sir, it's an honour to meet you. Yes, you must be Sherman. You must be Sherman. Wow. Come in, my dear. Glad to have you on board. Good journey? Long. Indeed, but rather tucked away here. Let me offer you some refreshment. Water? Coffee? Something stronger? Perhaps whiskey? Just some water. No spoilers, still need to do DDLC. Do it soon, Scott. You need to do it soon. It's only going to take you 4 to 5 hours. Not even that, maybe. Just some water would be great if you have some, she says as she's drinking a cup of tea. Now that's something we have an abundance of. There are plenty of safe natural springs on the island. We have the bottled kind too. I'm relieved as he passes me a bottle. I'm not too keen to start drinking from a natural water source, so I personally check they're not used as cat urinals. It'll take you a while to find your way around, discover how it all works. So for today, I thought I would just get you kitted out and maybe introduce you to some of the locals, the cats that is. I believe you've already met most of the human locals. Oh, I only met the ferryman security guard who brought me here. Yep, that's about it. And the lady outside? Ah, Mrs. Marigold. Her and her husband are the caretakers. Wonderful couple, the Marigolds. You'll meet them before too long. We're a tiny little family here, and I'm sure you'll fit in nicely. Thank you, I hope so. Right, first things first, this is your basic kit. So he starts explaining things in turn. This is your backpack. We'll be going on plenty of field trips, be very useful, as will your own water bottle. Some disinfectant hand spray. Ah, these are heavy duty reinforced gloves, essential when tagging cats out in the wild. Don't want any scratches from feelings we don't know now, do we? I suppose not. I shove each item into my new backpack as he gives them to me. These goggles are to be brought along with field trips. This lot here, he indicates a small pile of what looks like laundry. It's basic uniform, lab coats, masks, stethoscope, etc. Portable first aid kit, camping knife with all tool attachments. Why are we even here? And without doubt, most importantly, this is a Pokedex. This is your, oh my god. This is your catalogue. Yeah, the Nacast's earliest version. It was initially designed to record and store data on the cats, scan them and log their details. As you see, we've come a long way since then. Now you can use it to communicate with the rest of our team. I've added everyone's contact details for you. You can listen to music, take photos. There's even a pen that comes with it to insert microchips to the back of the cat's neck so we can keep track of them. At least our name fits into this game perfectly. Yeah, perfect fit. Catalogue, yeah. I need you to protect it above all else. Do you understand? Yes, sir. He clearly expects a response. Yes, sir. I will of course look after it. Good. You just get to know the functions as you go along, but I suggest we take a stroll out, see if we can't find a few friends to introduce you to so you can try it out. He hands me the gadget, but I'm really keen to have a go. A lot of saving going on here. Let's see. We head down to the beach, the professor explaining things as we go. Have you had a bit of a meltdown, Panda? We're not even like we're very early in. The mixture of terrain in Cat Island is quite unique. Even in a relatively small area, you'll find forests, mountains, jungle, beaches, woodland, all of these different geological and ecological zones in one place. It really is most remarkable. Even the lack of wildlife is, in itself, quite remarkable. What do you mean? Put simply, there is a type of force field that surrounds the island, disallowing anything to enter. You mean literally anything? Absolutely. No birds, fish, or creatures of any kind can penetrate it. We're here? Oh, I see what you mean. Well, there's because one small break is invisible wall, and that is where we built the jetty. Okay, everybody, that is our escape route if all goes wrong. But let's not get too bogged down this right now. What you need to know is basically the island is shaped like a peanut. He draws a simple map in the sand. This is well known to us. We've been researching here for many years. The other end is not so familiar to us. We have encountered difficulties that have hindered our progress in the region. You guys saw that, right? You guys saw that. Tell me you guys saw that. What type of difficulties, Professor? Well, we're not sure as we'd like to be, but what I can tell you is that the environment has an advert. Don't tell me. Yeah, I don't. Call it, Panda. Calling it. What I can tell you is that the environment has an adverse effect upon humans, inducing nausea at the very least. Oh, wow. And the worst? Fainting, migraines, possible nerve damage. I know you saw it, Panda. Gosh, that is serious. As I say, it's best to keep away. Let's not all go into that deer now, my dear. I'm sure. You've had a long day. For now, let's say we refer to the far end of the island as the danger zone. With good reason. I must ask you not to put yourself at risk by venturing beyond this mountain range here. He refers to the map once more, drawing a line just past the centre and X through the end section. There are wild, aggressive cats out there. I wouldn't want you getting too close to them. Unlike our lovely fellows closer to home. Uh-oh. He's led me to a spot where a few cats are lounging about. What do you say we try out your catalogue now? He picks up a disgruntled looking cat who was sleeping under the shade of a palm tree. What? The cat lets out a displeased mew, but doesn't struggle. Its large body, billowing with long orange fur, just sort of hangs in the Professor's arms in lazy resignation. Would you like to have a go at scanning this delightful chap? He looks like he's about to maul me. I find the on switch and somewhat timidly activate it. The gadget immediately comes to life. I select the app labelled Cat Scan. So just a little bit risky, kind of like danger zone, risky area. Vernicitious place? What's that word? I select the app labelled Cat Scan. It loads instantly. There's no delay on this thing. The Professor holds the cat towards me with arms outstretched. I'm sure he said the scanning chip is implanted to the back of the neck somewhere. It's difficult to find this one's neck amidst the thick cloud of fur. I blow to make a parting, press the catalogue to his skin. It's a bit like scanning groceries in a supermarket. That should do it. And he plops the Marmalade Tom back into the shade. I find the cat has been successfully scanned. His name is Floofy Butt! Oh my god, his profile picture is like a Floofy Butt. Male, 10 years, 4 months, red tabby, Persian, red eye colour. Oh, he's so cute! Amazing! A vast part of your job here would be to tag and scan the cats, such as Mr. Floofy Butt here. Yeah, I can't wait to get started. Get a bit more practice, scan the rest of them with. These 5 spend a lot of time together, like a little family. Oh yes, you are. He's a genuine cat lover like me. I think we're going to get on great. You would consume your soul as a souffle. Souffle. Here goes. The first cat I approach is very friendly, beautiful calico markings. Comes towards me already purring. Oh, Trixie. Hello. Female, 3 years, 8 months, calico American short hair. Green eye colour. Elegant, sleek, hairless cat. She doesn't pay me much attention. Allows me to scan her in minimal fuss. Wait. Snooty Booty. He's angry about being called Mr. Floofy Butt, probably. But in fact, I don't think she looks particularly happy to be called Snooty Booty. Snooty Booty, female, 11 years, 1 month, Sphinx, eye colour, blue. Oh, but these profile pictures are so cute. Serious bullying going on. The fourth cat I approach is a noisy one. Oh, hello. McMurphy. 6 years, brown crossbreed, green eye colour. And finally, the one deliberately put off to last is skulking around the edges of the activity, eyeing me suspiciously that they could pounce at any moment. I laugh at myself, already projecting personalities onto these animals. Eh? Kibbles. Now that's an evil mastermind of a cat. Look at that face. Kibbles, male, 3 years, white British long hair, green eye colour. I hope you enjoyed meeting some of the locals. I have a feeling you'll get to know them quite well in time. That's probably enough for your first day, don't you think? It's quite a lot to take in. I'm suddenly exhausted, grateful to be heading back to camp. Floofy butt. It's so much fun to say. Floofy butt. It's quite late, but I want to write my journal entry before I sleep. I'm surprised how chilly it is. I pulled my sleeping bag right up to my chin, but I still feel goose pimples bloom all over my arms. Shivering, I rub them to warm myself up. It makes me smile to think this inherent reaction to the cold is what will be keeping my new feline friends warm tonight. My eyelids close, thinking of cats, the island and Professor. The world around me drifts away as I float up into a dream. This music's a little bit weird. I'm not sure how long I've been asleep. I wake with a violent jolt, leaves me sitting bolt upright. It's too dark to see anything, but I hear a rustling, a strange electronic noise, one that in my sleepy confusion I can't place right away. Boop, boop, boop. The catalogue! I scramble to my feet, follow the noise out of the tent. My fears are confirmed when I catch sight of a pulsing red light getting fainter in the direction of the forest. I snap into action, running as fast as I can. Barefoot, dressed in my pyjamas, running at full speed into the forest at the dark of night. I must be crazy! The words of Professor Pauper are ringing in my ears. I don't know, you may have done Verity, I really don't know. I need you to protect it above all else. My legs are trembling beneath me. I stop, feeling my heartbeat heavy throughout my body. I wheeze in and out, my breath billowing in me in front of white puffs. I shouldn't feel like this. Why am I so dizzy? You're going to the danger zone! I've blundered perilously close to the danger zone. I can just make out the shapes of some large animals in front of me before my eyes close and I drop to my knees. Oh! Why does the screen keep going weird? I open my eyes. Spoilers, you guys, by the way. Please. Keep it DDLC clean. Thank you. Mwah. I open my eyes. The calico cat I scanned yesterday is sitting in front of me. She drops the catalogue at my feet. Oh! Oh, did you see that? Did you see that? It said don't fight it! I pass out. This amount of auto-saving is really, really kind of messing me up. Hello, can you hear me? They talk! Are you okay? What is it? Don't be ridiculous, Kibbles. It's a human! Oh yeah, yuck, I can smell it now. Smells like a human. You might have to bounce anyway, don't panic. Oh, no worries, Pilgrim. See you soon. Mwah, get better soon. There's only one thing to do. Don't fight it. Oh, do be quiet. Are they alive? Of course it's alive. It's breathing, you imbecile. Why are you so grumpy? But why isn't it moving? Would you come on and give us some space? Move back a bit. Yes, stand back. Move out of my way. Let me have a proper look. I begin to come to. The Sphinx cat standing over me as I open my eyes. We stare at each other for a moment while I try to take in what's happening. Is this one defective? Oh, I feel sick. I'm gonna puke. The cats watch me intently. Am I going insane? Oh, my head. What is it chattering about? They're scared and confused. Let me talk to them. Human? Are you alright? You! I remember you took my catalogue. Oh, but I gave it back to you. It's in your pocket now. I tried to reach into my pocket, realised my hands are scratched to shreds. Oh, what's wrong with my hands? Oh, my feet. What happened to me? Yeah, I guess that's from all the climbing. Climbing? Fucking hell. What can go wrong? I told you I wasn't ready for that. What's that? Ready for what? Its anatomical structure is far too delicate. I tried to slow it down. Yeah, if you try restraining a human who's that determined. They're all looking a bit menacing, aren't they? It was like a margay. Its anatomical structure didn't seem that delicate to me. I was like, a what? Doing what? You made your own way back to the beach. Okay, but that doesn't explain. I show my bleeding hands. Ah, you crawled, Kara. Oh, okay. Kara? Who's Kara? That's not my name. It's a term of endearment. It's an Irish thing. Oh. It's inappropriate. Wait, I crawled? You sure did? Oh, because he's called McMurphy. Fucking hell. Like a cat? Yep. All the way from the mountains? Like a bleeding mountain lion. Impressive. But why? Because you got the sickness. Shh! Maybe you should sit down. We need to have a talk. Possibly a long talk. Yeah, that's right. Since when can cats talk? Oh, for goodness sakes. It's a dawn of time. How do you think we communicate? Stop splitting whiskers, mate. You know full well what the human is saying. I think the revelation here is that you can understand us. Yes, that too. Will someone please explain what the hell is going on here? We don't fully understand everything ourselves. At least not all the details of how this works. I think being stood in a forest surrounded by a bunch of talking cats is about as much detail as anybody would want. I agree, and more to the point, we're rather hoping you would be able to help us. You are the scientists, after all. What we do know is that the clock has started ticking for you. Uh-oh. What do you mean? There's no easy way to say this to you. You'll be catified. Oh shit. Whether you help or not, you don't have a lot of time before, if I may. It would seem, and we're basing this on our experiences today, when a human manages to find themselves in what I believe you call the danger zone, they are vulnerable in ways they previously were not. You're screwed. You're not helping. Oh no. There's no violence of any kind. Forgive me for being a bit panicked here. The vulnerability to which Snooty Booty was referring is simply put, if you are bitten or scratched by an elder cat within the danger zone, you will begin a process of change that will ultimately result in a full feline transition. What the fuck? Catified. So you're telling me I'm a werecat? There are two distinct puncture marks. The reality of my situation descends on me like a cold mist, basically. Yes. This is too much for me to take in. Take a breath now, you're not looking so good. Have I started to change? I feel my head for ears, fur, everything seems to be normal. I just meant you're looking a bit shaky, understandably so. Oh my goodness. Guys. Give me some data, what have you got so far? We'll answer anything we can. The truth is we have more questions than answers ourselves. You said you need my help. What would that entail? Well, finding our friends would be a start. The Cat's Island, they're going missing. We don't know what's happened to them, but the body count is rising! And we've hit a wall! Oh my gosh! The Muellers are to blame. Muellers? Now Floofy Butt, there's no need for name calling. I remind you to call me Major. He wants to be called Major, not Floofy Butt. Oh bless. They can't help the way they are. It's lack of breeding, you know. Overbreeding, if you ask me. Muellers? They are the elder cats, the island originals. They can't speak the way we can, hence the derogatory term Muellers. If I knew why they were to blame, there would be no need for this elaborate kidnapping. It's hardly proven to be a roaring success after all. All we really know is we are no longer safe on this island. The elders who live within the danger zone are hostile towards us. Not sure why, it's just always been that way. Now because cats are being taken, nowhere else is safe either. You expect the occasional mishap. We live in an undomesticated world here after all. But lately, cats have been disappearing almost every day. Even the last human we catified went missing. Let's not open old wounds. Uh-oh. This werecat thing. Catification. Transition. Whatever. How does it work? Time passes, then you transform into a cat. It's fairly straightforward. Yeah. It's a gradual process. Different for everyone. You won't just turn overnight. The clock is ticking, however. First side effect is being able to understand us. Well, some of us. Not the elders, obviously. Not all the domestics either. Then you have the whole heightened senses thing. Increased agility. Crazy body hair stuff. Let's not worry with the details just yet. There's no antidote. You said there's someone else. Well, they probably dead. Oh, which is going to be really helpful for us, isn't it? They weren't able to discover an antidote or get our friends back. I know where their notes are though. Trade. You help us, I'll give you their progress reports. So what do you say? Will you help us? Well, what choice do I have, to be honest? Not much of a choice really, is it? Afraid not. Okay, fine. So where do I start? Start with the Muellers. I'll eat my hat if it doesn't end there too. Don't mind him, he's set in his way. We have every reason to believe the abductors take place in your place of the island. Place in your part of the island. I bet it's the Professor. I'm calling it now. It's the Professor. I suppose nothing makes sense around here. Oh, catalogue is beeping. I have to get to work. You run along now. We don't want you arousing suspicions with your people. You can meet with us later. I'll make sure those reports are in your tent before this evening. Okay. Thank you from all of us. Oh. Oops, sorry guys, just 1 second. We're being bothered by someone. Don't you guys know I'm recording? Sorry guys. There we go. Right. After a rather painful journey, I'm grateful to limp into camp. I've just enough time to get myself tidy up for work. About to peel off my filthy pajamas when I hear my catalogue beeping again. I have a message. Can't tell who it's from. There's no contact information. Are you sure it is wise to trust everyone? Anyone? What on earth does that mean? Oh no. Who is this? There's a lot you don't know. Think carefully about who you confide in. Why does it keep happening? The messages are gone and my catalogue has no records of them. I don't have time to think about this right now. I need to get ready. As soon as I'm presentable, I head over to the lab. I'm 10 minutes late. It doesn't give a good impression on my first morning. Ah, good to see you. I was beginning to worry. Did you oversleep? I'm terribly sorry. I think the travelling and the excitement of yesterday. He cuts across my apology. It's perfectly understandable. You'll find I'm quite relaxed about most things. As long as you get the work done, I don't mind much what hours you keep. Thank you. So shall we get started? Oh, what on earth happened to you? He's looking at scratches all over my hands. Oh, I fell and tried to save myself by grabbing onto a bush. Not a secret drinker, are you? Oh no, sir. I'm a bit of a lightweight to tell you the truth. Just teasing. He's not teasing. We also get his hands sorted out. They look pretty nasty to me. He takes out bottles of cotton wool. He cleans and tends to my hand while he talks. I'd like you to help me a few tasks around the lab, but tomorrow I'll let you make your own choice about how best to carve up your time. Okay, so this is tutorial mode still. Once your work is completed, we'll be saying goodbye. This really is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so don't waste it all in the lab. I need your help around here, but I'd like you to get your hands dirty with some field work. Make sure you spend time exploring the island. It's a beautiful place and there's a lot to see. Take the time to get to know the cats. A full understanding of their behaviour is crucial to our research. There's plenty to see and do. You must be careful not to overwork. Take regular rest and relaxation. We don't want you to burn yourself out now, do we? And this is where the dating sim mechanics come in, like the whole work and time management, balancing your tasks, but also resting and replenishing your own resources. Cool. So there you are. His wounds, my wounds aren't bothering me so much. I spend the rest of the day with Professor, get to know various pieces of equipment work, etc, etc. By the end of the day, I'm exhausted. I'm about to flop on my bed when I see a package poking out from underneath it. It's the reports that Kibbles promised to deliver. The cats were right. The previous person barely made a start and produced an antidote. I'm gutted and worried. What if I can't do any better? Will I just turn to a cat? I decide that's not an option and resolve to get going into my own research into it tomorrow. My instincts tell me the cats would be a good starting point. I have a feeling they know a lot more than they're prepared to tell me. Oh yeah, I need to gain their trust and see if I can't get them to open up a bit. I'm sure I'll make more progress if I focus on one at a time. I'm optimistic that one-to-one sharing will prove fruitful. It's a small glimmer of hope. Tonight, I'm not fit for anything. I could barely even write in my journal before I fall asleep. The first morning of waking up on the island, I'm so excited to discover what the day will bring. Should I jump straight into lab research? Or maybe it'd be wise to start investigating a way to help these cats and find a cure for myself? A good start point would be to get to know the cats a little better on a one-to-one basis. So what should I do today? Romance, research, or recon? Or rest? Romance? Oh, which cat should I date? We're going straight up into dating. Research. Oh, there's a lot of research here. Which task should I research? But what happens if I choose recon? Which recon task should I carry out? That security guard I met when I might be a good lead. A strange message. Doesn't anyone on this island sleep? Let's do some research. We believe in science. There we go. Time to round up some rowdy kitties. Or I'm on a field trip. Or samples. Let's round up some rowdy kitties. Let's do cat collection for no specific reason. Most of the cats are lazing on the beach. Perfect, like shooting fish in a barrel. I double check my supplies. Crate, treats, sedatives, snare, catnip, antiseptic cream. I've got everything. I have a sick feeling in my tummy. I ignore it as best as I can. It's going to be a challenge. I'm pleased Professor's trusting me with more physical tasks. I walk out onto the beach feeling like a child catcher. I keep reminding myself that I'm doing this for the greater good, even if it makes me unpopular with the cats. I set up the crate in an unsuspecting location, keep the snare hidden behind my back. At first I stroll around, trying to look as casual as possible, whistling a tune as I walk. I get close to one smaller cat. I start to stroke her. The cat responds well to me. She even starts to purr. Are you going to come with me? She has two big, wide, loving eyes. Come on then. I carry her to the crate, place gently aside. I lock it shut. Even the cat makes no attempt to escape. That went better than expected. This may be a good day after all. I approach one of the slightly larger cats. Hey matey, shall we get in the basket? I give him a little stroke. He doesn't respond badly, although he doesn't seem particularly interested either. I put my hands on either side of his body, ready to pick him up. He doesn't look too happy about it and growls a warning at me. Hey, it's gonna be okay. We're just going on a little trip, alright? As soon as I start to lift, all hell breaks loose. He scratches my arms to ribbons. What about your gloves? I tried to get him into the basket, but he stretches out and I can't fit him in. I know when I'm defeated how to let him go. He scarpers off. I look down at my ravaged arms. Note to self, wear long sleeves when on caging duty. That's like 101. So, okay, I have a couple more hearts. I could do some more research, I suppose. That's done. Organise field trips. Should we do one of each? Let's do some recon. Should we talk to the security guard? Or try and investigate the strange message? Let's investigate the strange message. I hear my catalogue beeping. I look at the screen, my eyes struggling to focus. The message is from the professor, there's no contact information. Come outside. Who is this? Come outside. Should I do as the message tells me? Sure, why not? I throw on my clothes and crawl out of my tent. I don't see anything out of the ordinary. Anyone? Oh. Walk to the edge of the forest. I'm not going any further until you tell me who you are. Walk to the edge of the forest. No. Stop it. I realise I have walked to the edge of the forest. At the edge of the forest I see something on the ground. It's a small posy of flowers. Several of the flower heads are missing. Follow the petals, and that's when I see the trail of orange petals, same colour as the bouquet I'm holding. Well, I've come this far, no turning back now. I begin to walk. I'm nervous, so I call out. Hello? No answer, louder this time. Hello? Hello? Hello, who's that? Who goes there? Major? Is that you? Cavorting around the forest dead of the night, causing a ruckus. Major, you don't know how pleased I am to see you. I know you need your help. I'm afraid it can't. I'm not the one instigating this. I've been getting messages from an anonymous source asking me to follow them into the forest. Look, they left this trail. Ah, Calendula maritima. Marigolds, herb of the sun. Oh dear. They're said to represent creativity, although some believe them to be symbols of cruelty and grief. It's not very comforting. Come along then. We're going to follow this trail or not? Before the sun comes up, eh? The petals are getting more and more sparse, becoming more difficult to see them, till eventually they seem to run out and find themselves a small clearing. Someone's been playing a joke on you. This has been nothing but a wild goose chase. It seems so. I'm sorry for dragging you to this. Get back to our beds. I turn to Floofy Butt. His back is arched, his fur is puffed up, making him look even more floofy than usual. Is something wrong? Does that pile of rocks look suspicious to you? I notice a small, contrived looking cairn. Floofy Butt's right. It looks far from natural. Oh, let's go inspect it. We find a manila envelope. It's a letter! It's rather large. I think you ought to open it. Let's see. Let's look right now. It looks like drawings? They look like quite old, but they have value? Probably, to someone. They appear to be sketches of people here on the island, but I don't recognise anyone. Why would someone lead me to these? How do you know you were meant to find them? Because we followed a trail that led us here. Actually, the trail ended a while back. This could be mere coincidence. I hard to see the intrigue in a few odd scribbles. You really ought to focus more on the clues that matter instead of running around in the middle of the night wild goose chase. Let's head back before anyone discovers that we're missing. Get some rest now. Oh wow. Oh, do I still have antidote 2.8%. Shall we do some more research or should we romance someone? Is there more recon available for us now? Is there more research available? Oh wait, we said I said we were going to do one of each, didn't we? So didn't I? So rather. So let's do one of each. McMurphy seemed quite cheerful, so let's go talk to McMurphy. Wake up! Come with me, I have something to show you. You have to be quiet. Why would I be scared? Creeping around forest? Don't worry, I'll be there to protect you. There's a force field around this island stopping anything from outside getting in. It makes it a pretty safe place. Indeed, so the only things you have to worry about are the things that are already here. He leers at me with a mock snarl. Seriously, if you're the worst threat here, this is the safest place on earth. What are you waiting for? Let's go. The ground is wet and muddy, and I lose my footing a couple of times, but McMurphy is too determined to notice. Suddenly, he stops dead in his tracks. Here we are. Where is here? Get these leaves out of the way. Here we are. Okay, there's a fairly deep hole in the ground. My arms and nightclothes covered in mud and leaves. He looks like a bog monster. Can't you see it? I always forget how useless human eyes are in the dark. Reach into the hole, take out whatever you find. Something hard and cold against my hand. I wrap my fingers around it and pull it out. I know the shape, my eyes can hardly process it. It's a bottle? This is my secret stash. No one knows about it. Not a soul. I thought I'd share it with you. Thought we could have a kind of welcome to the island party for two. It's booze! You drink alcohol, but you're a cat. That can't be good for your body. It's not good for anybody. It does wonders for the soul, to be sure. I suppose you're right there. One little nip couldn't hurt. Oh, he curls up in my lap. It takes a while to uncork the bottle. He's telling me to smash it open. Shards of glass will only add to the flavour, but eventually I succeed my way. I pour a little out into a leaf, self-consciously swig from the bottle, feeling a touch uncivilised. Ugh, what in heaven's name is this? It's not about the taste, it's about the company. Ugh. I usually hang around cats, it's not exactly what we call my type. Somehow, it tastes less terrible the second time around. I find humans much more interesting. They usually have a lot to say, present company accepted. Don't take it harsh, I'm only joking. I've been meaning to ask you something for a while now. I'd love for us to get to know each other better. The rest of my sentences drowned out by his howls of laughter. You make me laugh, you really do. I know exactly what your name is. It's like a pet name, you know? It means, Kara means friend, buddy, amigo. It's something my mammy used to call people. I guess it just stuck. One of the few things I remember about her, actually. That and her beautiful smile. Play, flash me your pearly whites. I smile at McMurphy awkwardly. He bursts into fits of laughter again. That's a lovely smile, to be sure. But you need to grow into it yet. Could I have a top up over here? Oh, he getting drunk. Cats have 9 lives and you want to waste them all on booze? Why not? Night is still young. Yeah, let's get him talking. I believe in true democracy. The true democratic principle, none shall have power over the people, cats, whatever. How inspirational, I'll toast to that. With the rejection of authority comes the responsibility for bearing the consequences of your actions. In human terms, you're very mature, no wait, very grown up, adult fiddlesticks. You're over a certain age, as such can take responsibility for your own choices. I like it. Spoken like a true libertine. This stuff's stronger than it looks. My proverbial hat is off to you. I feel disproportionately pleased that Murph has paid me a compliment. Say, you ever been in love? Oh, we're getting there already. That second leaf has gone straight to your head. I'm going to take that as a yes. His face is all like, I still with them. I was never technically with them to begin with. Ouch. Well, it's definitely their loss. Oh, I don't think so. We never actually met. You're not one of those internet stalker types, are you? The catfish. That Kibbles tells tale of. No, gosh, it was Bowie. Okay, stay. Oh. Murphy frowns and shakes his furry head. Oh dear. Now, Chairman Meow's getting a bit drunk. Everyone knows who David Bowie is. Bowie? Red hair, lots of makeup, one blue eye, one brown eye. They wouldn't be caught dead in makeup. What about you? Who's the love of your life? Don't have one. Never have, never will. I'm a lone wolf, a free agent. I'm a big old yeti out of the mountains, all hairy and smelly and alone. I'm a fool, a lovesick fool. I've had my heart broken more than once, and each time hurt more than the last, to tell you. The thing is, though, I can't remember a thing about any of them. I don't know. What were we talking about? I think I've dropped. What the hell have we been drinking? Leave me alone. I haven't touched a drop. Ugh, I think I've got a vom. Oh dear, that went well. I wake up in the forest with a half-empty bottle in my hand. McMurphy is nowhere to be seen. How the hell did I get here? I can't remember a thing. I look at my catalogue. Oh dear, I need to get to work. What should I do today? I should probably rest. You have a lovely nap, wake up feeling revitalised. Energy has been restored. Magic! Let's do some more research. Antidote, 4.2%. Let's go on a field trip with the professor. Professor Purrfect told me to be ready early and dressed for hiking. A message from the professor lights up my catalogue. Set to go, waiting outside my tent. You ready for our field work? Of course. May I ask where we're going? Somewhere I think you'll find very interesting. Look at his face. He's like, ha. Take this bag. This way. After some serious walking, with me struggling to keep up, the professor stops abruptly and listens. Do you hear that? There's a distant sound of bubbling water. We're almost there. Climbing. I hide my dismay. Where does he get his energy from? Just at the top there. Not as difficult as it looks. Just copy me. Uh-oh. What happened to benefits of catification you had to get going on about? I managed to climb up just enough to take hold and he lifts me the rest of the way. His strength is impressive. Curious even. Not a fan of climbing, eh? Can't say I've done much of it. Come along then, I can get you there. Pretty much pulls me all the way to the top and leads to the entrance of a small cave. A natural spring has cut its way through the rock and created a beautiful cascade of sparkling clear water. It looks delicious. I kneeled down and began to drink. It tastes amazing. I see the professor looking at me with suspicion. You should know better. It is never wise under any circumstances to ingest something unproven, but here in this island it would be prudent to exercise more caution than usual. I feel embarrassed at my lack of consideration. Yes, of course, I wasn't thinking. I felt so thirsty. It looks so good. I understand. Many have made the same error. Fortunately for you, this is tried and tested for safe consumption. Oh, that was a bit dodgy. My body suddenly feels re-energized. I feel like I could climb any wall. We need more samples. We've been studying this water for months now. We still know very little about it. We'll fill all these with water. We're going to need as much as we can carry. I feel like I can lift anything. The weight effect of the water is powerful. The professor has also packed his own rucksack with bottles. That should do us for now. Let's get these back. Oh wow, I feel like I could run all the way. But however, as we get closer to home, I start to feel the effect wear off. My bag becomes unbearably heavy. The final limp into camp is torture. I need to rest. Oh dear. Oh dear. There's something weird going on here, isn't there? Shall we fill up the research bar? See how that goes. Once you complete your research, your time on Cat Island will come to an end. Oh no. No, I'm not ready. Let's interview the staff. I've been staring at the back of his head for a long time now. All he does is sit in that chair, eating egg sandwiches, doing crossword puzzles. How does a man like that become a security guard? As far as I can tell, his job consists of greeting the boat, picking up supply deliveries, occasionally take a long lazy lap of the island, making sure everything's secure. I wonder what he knows about what goes on here, if anything. He doesn't seem to be interested. I decide it's time to get to know this island bouncer, join him at the dock. I sit next to Zane, me on the sand, him in that chair. He's not wearing his big coat, short sleeved shirt, last we noticed for the first time how surprisingly muscular he is. I never truly thought of him as security in the bodyguard sense, but now, squinting at him sideways, trying not to stare too obviously, I begin to see him in a new light. I pluck up the courage to talk. Hey, how are you? Are you trying to start a conversation? I don't get to chat to humans much in my job. Research Assistant 125. Oh yes, I guess that's me. What does the numbers stand for? There's a definite lack of intel sharing on this project. Which project would it be? This one. This whole research project is going on. Is there more than one? Depends who you ask. You. I was just asking you, really. I don't care about things I don't need to. What do you care about? You really want to talk, don't you? Well, there's not much else to do here. Besides, I'm interested in it all, aren't you? My interest consists of what's for dinner, when my next puzzle book's coming. When it's coming, you get it delivered. Comes in the mail. You mean the parcels and the letters, yeah? Who would go to trouble sending mail all the way out here when we have email? It's safer sending mail the old-fashioned way. With email, there's viruses, hackers, worms, cyber terrorists. I get the feeling he's not very tech-savvy. Yeah, but anyone can open and read a letter, right? Not if I'm around. He would suspect that something important would be in a fragrant pink envelope. Of course. Need any help? I'm pretty good. I can even do the cryptic puzzle. I can't decide to come out and say what's on my mind. Have you ever noticed anything strange going on here? Cats behaving weirdly? No, have you? Well, not exactly, but... I'm just being silly. Lack of human company can get to me. Gives me daft ideas, such as... Sometimes when I'm out tagging, I feel they're playing games on me, like children, hide and seek, that kind of thing. Some of those cats may be cleverer than we give them credit for. In what way? They know when to stay out of the sun. You're going pink. I decide he's not the best person to talk to about my concerns. What's a 5-letter word for solitude? Alone. Oh dear. So we can do this, what? Twice more? Once more? Should we do some more recon? Oh, I don't have any more recon available to me. I guess it's romancing all the way then, I guess. Oh no, because I didn't pick Snooty Beauty first, that's... Snooty Beauty's out of it. Let's talk to McMurphy. I'm sweltering in the mess tent. I step out to try and catch some air. There's like meowing in the background. I'm not sure if I really heard any something or if dehydration is getting to me. Hey, aren't you going to share? Oh, what was that you? What are you suggesting? I only use designated litter areas. You're incorrigible. You know exactly what I meant. We have work to do. In work of the adventuring variety. Oh, of course you do. I'm very busy here. It's going to take hours to defrost and braise this meat from the mainland. Well, if you come with me, you may end up providing a much tastier dish in half the time. What do you say? You up for the crack? What are you saying? You mean I should just bunk off? That's the spirit. Strip off your apron. Let's hit the trail. But what if someone comes looking for me? Leave him a note. Gone fishing. Maybe it's the heat, but I'm overcome with a moment of madness. Okay then, I'm all yours. Now there's a thought. Oh dear. Oh dear. Before I can answer, he slunk to a thickening of the forest behind the clay cooking pits. I whip off my apron and follow behind. Wait, Murph, it's too hot to run. We already ought to call us. Oh no, we get in a skinny dipping scene. He jumps off the edge. I see him fly through the air and watch mesmerised as he cuts through the water. I follow him into the water. I'm surprised at how shallow it is and that I'm easily able to stand. I feel something brush against my legs, making me scream out loud. And McMurphy is speeding along the seabed like a shark, fast and sleek, and breaking up through the surface with something in his mouth. He could swim? What on earth? Oh, it's a fish! But I thought that fish couldn't go through. Oh dear, the salt water is very buoyant. We both lie on our backs on the surface, very calming and tranquil. I'm finally able to collect my thoughts. I've realised I've not had this much clarity in a long time. This is so cool. I know, Trixie took me here first, calls it the Ponder Pool. You can all swim then? It's a common misconception that cats can't swim. As you can see, it's another thing we excel at. So humble too. If you've got a trumpet, blow it. What about the fish? Where did they come from? There are no birds or fish this island, so one of the first things to tell you. That's just because they don't know. Ah, I suppose if I just show you. Follow me. The water's much cooler and deeper here. Can you feel anything? I begin to feel a strange sensation around my legs, like a warm trickling under the water. Are you peeing? Don't be so crude. It's a current, look over there. They see what I thought was a rock shadow. It's moving. It comes closer to focus. A shoal of small fish dart in and out of one particular spot. Do you always have to understand everything? Well, yes, that's my job. It's who I am. I'm a scientist. Come on then, let's take a closer look. I put my hand down and realised I can touch you and pick them up, but something's stopping them from swimming further inland. Thank you for showing me this. I'm definitely going to come back here to try and understand it. I wouldn't waste your time. I might come back to this particular spot. The fishes won't be here. It's only at certain times and different locations. It changes all the time. There's no pattern to it either. It should be sticking pins in maps. I brought you here because I saw them this morning. Chances are they'll be gone by this afternoon. Okay, it's time to strip off. That t-shirt make a lovely net. Let's go fishing. Oh, I see. Let's go fishing. I whip off my top and use it as a net to scoop off as many fish as possible. Now you can rustle up a tasty fish supper in no time at all, and you get to enjoy my company for an extra hour. Win-win. So, challenge. How am I going to explain to the rest of my team this bountiful ocean offering? Do I tell them anything at all? Because they're going to notice that we're eating something that wasn't on the delivery list or the menu wrote and tastes way too fresh for something recently defrosted. You worry far too much about things that really don't matter. I could do loosening up a little. It's a pretty big dilemma, really. Maybe I ought to tell Professor Purrfect about this. What's the harm? He looks me in the eyes. There would be harm. Trust me on that. I mean, I don't mean to tell him about you or anything dangerous. So no shoal of fishes and took some. End of. You really think you could mention a phenomenon like this? That'd be the end of it? Oh dear. You're touchingly naive, my friend. So what do you suggest? Water fight. It's a very simple case of brazen bluffing. Make a simple but delicious meal. If anyone asks where the fish came from, shrug your shoulders, ask the same question. So on the poker face, you remain completely impassive and ask the same question. Yeah, I wondered that too. Where did the fish come from? They're delicious. Trust me, as a cat who is forever risking one of his line, the simpler you keep it, the more they buy it. If they ask you where you got them from, you tell them the fridge. Simple. I felt quite giddy at the prospect of getting away with a ruse. Okay, let's gather the supper. I haul my catch back to the kitchen. Good time to make a tasty meal for everyone. A little extra for my feline pals. Oh, something a bit mysterious going on here. Antidote, 8.3%. Well, let's go romancing again. You're looking a little tired. Oh, if you choose to continue, it can have negative consequences. Oh, I didn't realise. So, let's rest. We're only on the first chapter. So, we're just drawing. Oh, my heart's restored now? Can I continue? Yes. So, let's continue romancing. It's too beautiful a day to be slaving in a hot lab, so when Murph invited me for a stroll, it was easy to say yes. We came to one of my favourite spots where the cliffs sweep upwards above the blue water. McMurphy plunges over top of the towering rocks. He's in the water, more otter than cat, waving for me to follow. I'm shocked by the shrillness of her voice. I hadn't intended to be quite shriek. I was aiming for stern admonishment. That's so dangerous. Come on, you wouldn't get to see the little surprise I have in store. Which one of us is meant to be the pussy? At this, I am filled with an indignance that takes over my body. Before I know it, I am halfway between ledge and water, bracing for impact. This way. Oh dear. Where are we going? I can hardly believe what I'm looking at. It's a ship. I can see the name on the rear port side, though faded and worn away in parts. The words are unmistakable. Kitty's Desire. My head is swimming due to the excitement and lack of oxygen. I flounder to the surface. Kitty's Desire? I feel I know that name. A shipwreck? It's a very old island. A lot has happened here. How did the ship even get here before the path was made? Don't ask me, I'm just in it for the grog. We enter the ship. A lot of the vessel is actually on land. It's obvious that it ran ashore after it was damaged at sea. There's not much time to ponder the mechanics of what happened. I'm grateful for the air trapped inside, and a gasp of breath. Oh wow. In here, through the hole. There in the centre of the cabin is a chest. The only thing preventing... Oh wow. A treasure chest. Go on then, open it. The key, does it need one? Yeah, it's a locked treasure chest. Can you not just break the lock? Everything in the chest must have washed away. I have to come back with some tools. Ooh. When I can take in the sea properly, I can make out what looks like another large ship just a bit further down the beach. I can hardly believe what I'm seeing. One great huge sea vessel finding its way to this island is strange enough, but two meeting the same unhappy fate is more than my brain can process. The proximity of the pair would suggest a collision of some kind. Possibly the second vessel could have been a pirate ship. Maybe it was attacking a merchant vessel. I get the feeling I'm looking at the conclusion of a very interesting story here. I wonder why Professor Purrfect didn't tell me about it. I decided to take some of the debris, splinters, small chunks of metal, and pocket it for later analysis. But where's the cat? I swim back. There doesn't seem to be any life around here. Where? Oh, he's stalking and prowling as if he were on land. I drag him back to shore. What on earth are you playing at? Get serious or let it go? Let's get serious. You've been under the water for ages. I've been blessed with fantastic breathing apparatus. Aww. You may not realise I have a duty of care towards you, all of you cats. So if something happens to me, you're afraid you'll get into trouble? Oh, that's me thinking you care because I like you. Stop being so manipulative. You know how much I care for you. Of course I do. But you can be very tricky too, you know. So he opens a bottle of grog. Oh dear. I want you to stop being quite so reckless. You'll give me a heart attack. You really are, scientist. Nothing will ever change that. I need to allow him to do his own thing. Okay, come on, let's start heading back. You go on ahead. I'll catch up with you later. Oh dear. Let's do one more romance scene, then we'll do a recon. And then we'll have to recharge again. When I do the flap, I see McMurphy curled up asleep on my pillow. I get fur all over everything. Why are you in my bed? Oh dear. I'm an unarmed cat. I actually came to give you something for good behaviour. Don't maybe send it back now. But what is it? Tell me what it is. Pick it up, it won't bite. It's a small leather book, beautifully aged, yet seems to be in good condition. On the first page, smudged and faded, but not destroyed by time or water, are the words Captain's Log. Oh wow, there's a lot you can find at the bottom of a bottle or 12. Are you impressed? I've begun trying to decipher the entries, admittedly engrossed. 1789. The men are getting restless. I begin to fear for the continued safe running of this vessel, my vessel, of which they are in mind to take ownership. My captain's instincts serve me right. Where did you get this from? This one was the captain. Why would it be the cruise provisions? I'll let you figure that one out. Think of it as a puzzle to keep you amused on your cold, lonely nights. Oh, there's so much stuff going on in this game. Yes! New unlocks. Okay. So shall we do one more recon? Hey Stu, not seen you around for a while. Wow, how you doing, hun? We have recon 15. Captain's Log. The book McMurphy gave me is sitting on my lap. I wonder what a pirate's diary is doing on this island. Maybe there'll be some clues within. The log reads, I felt an almighty crash, then silence and stillness everywhere. It took a few seconds to gather my thoughts and understand what happened here. If it would ever really be possible to understand this godforsaken place. Yeah, no, I know that feeling. Probably, and it's not too long to Christmas as well. You gonna get some time over Christmas? Take it easy. In that moment, immediately after we hit the rocks, I knew two things. I was alive and we were on land, and I felt grateful. It felt like a chance at survival. I was determined to grasp it. I felt my legs intact, thank God, and began crawling over the slate and shingle that seemed to stretch upwards to eternity. What type of place was this? Darkness was falling fast. Oh no, this is how they landed on the island. I needed to make sure we'd be safe. Who knew what would happen, what creatures it may bring, even what strange meteorological anomalies. Looking at the sky, I felt anything was possible. We ought to be prepared. We had to work fast. I assembled the men into some kind of orderly unit. We were tired, cold, hungry. I would rather die than let my men down. We need to make some shelter. At first light, I looked around, began to take stock properly. The temporary shelter we had cobbled together last night was still intact. No disasters had befallen us. Considering the conditions, we erected this makeshift covering. Not okay. Aw, that's good. That's really nice to hear. They're still young enough to have fun at Christmas. Do you get to play Santa? We could do so much more with daylight on our side and food in our bellies. Strange electrical storm, huh? I thought being the first inhabitant 3 and 5, so yeah. Aww, that's a good age. The thought of being the first inhabitants here is terrifying. How on earth did they survive? Maybe they didn't. I want to believe they were rescued. It seems unlikely. Oh, there's a letter hidden in the book. Sally, I know you worry for me, but do not. The men do not treat me bad. They give me food and do not beat me so much anymore. The captain is not so fearsome as what they say and is giving me lessons on my writing. I am improving. I practice all night because I can't sleep. I work hard, sometimes till my hands crack and bleed, but I still use them every morning to pray for you, that you are safe and well, and that we will be together once again. I miss you so much. The seas have not been smooth. Sometimes I worry that we will capsize completely and be lost out here forever, but I would swim the widest ocean back to you, my sweet sister. I hope you are practicing your writing too. I would like to read your clever poems again. Your loving brother, Jim. Aww. What happened to Jim? Oh dear. We need to rest, don't we? Magic. Right. Let's do our final romance scene and then one more research and then we'll see. Of course, McMurphy, we don't have any other choices. So they're drinking together again. I think there's a big pub up in that sky. McMurphy grins and closes his eyes. Hey Stu, this cat's supposed to be Irish. There I am. My big human toe is warming by the fireplace. My long hair is the same dark golden colour as the ale I have in my man hand. They're singing, lots of it, and people dancing all around. Those that can't find space to dance on the floor dance on the tables, naturally. There's an old sky pirate in the corner telling his stories to anyone who will listen of the time he sailed to Jupiter or Mars. And you're there too, of course. You're sat right next to me. We've unlimited drinks because we're famous in these parts. We're practically royalty. Ale, stout, beer, whiskey too. They just keep coming. When it gets dark and the place is quiet, we sneak out back to the beer garden. There's a clear view of Earth from where we're sitting. We don't miss it. We talk about our adventures, about how we sailed off of this damn island, how the ship became airborne. We talk about how we fought the big-breasted, bloodthirsty alien wenches of the Emerald Star, and how we had to charm our way out to Space Slug's lair, and I reckon we'd have a lot of fun. Of course, you wouldn't be able... Not one mentioned potatoes. No, they haven't mentioned potatoes yet, but they are using Cara, and there's they mentioned crack earlier as well. Like, just for a little bit of crack, or in it just for the crack. Not a piece of meat, you know. You'd be saying, oh, just one of your world famous kisses. The fancy French kind. Oh my goodness. We're romancing a cat. Are you trying to say you wouldn't be all over me if I was human? Oof. You'd be the one begging me for a kiss. Oh no. Oh no! It just turned into a cat. Oh, that's terrible. I'm not reading that. That's so offensive. I went a little too far there. I'm sorry. He smiles. Well, maybe I would try to steal a little kiss. Who would blame me? You wouldn't get one. You know something? I think I should just come out and say it. You're alright. You're alright too. I don't know what I'm doing. It's a strange feeling. I'm used to being a step ahead of everybody. Well, 2 steps ahead of you. I know, Lasky, I'm sorry. But also, I'm not sorry. This is what Mondays are becoming. Don't be rude. This feeling, it isn't new to me, but I'm still not sure what it is. German meow, not cute, yeah. All I know is that you get me in a way no one has before, and I get you too, even if you don't care to admit it. Time to let the cat out of the bag. I've become attached to you these last few weeks. You've captured my heart. I don't want to be without you. Well, the last time this happened. I haven't had so much fun, felt so free, or been so happy as the time I spent with you. I don't think I care to be without you either. You have my heart. He looks visibly relieved. I look forward to many more adventures with you. They go in steady now. Relationship goals. I got an achievement for that. Now, here we go. I'm only 15.3%. I can't do any more recon. Can't do any more romance. I could rest, but really... Once you complete your research, your time will come to an end. Have you seen everything you wanted to see? Well, I can't do anything else, so here we go. Let's research the final task we have available to research. Today I'm in the lab doing flora research. It really consists of unpacking new samples of plants and flowers. Most of them are commonplace plants that grow abundantly, but occasionally we come across something more rare or exotic. Look, one of the samples is very interesting indeed. I can't help speculate it's been cultivated in the marigold's little greenhouse. We haven't met the marigolds! I turn to see the beautifully manicured paw of a sphinx cat tapping on a beaker. Boots, stop that! You're not supposed to be in here. She laughs as though I've told a joke. That's a frightfully pretty flower. Calendula incana maritimo, if I'm not mistaken. How did you know that? I'm making my business to know all about rare and valuable works of art. Oh wow. Its properties are extraordinary too, human. The air is so... I can't stay here. The air is so stale, don't you find? Okay. You played this at EGX. Oh, did you? I didn't know that this was at EGX. Oh, you spoke to him. You ended up getting a load of stickers and a tattoo sheet. Oh, cool. Did you get, like, McMurphy on your arm? That would be cool. I'm not going anywhere until I finish this. Don't be ridiculous. You can tinker about here anytime. The song will be gone in an hour or two. I think with this kind of game, it would be difficult to showcase at something like EGX, no? Oh, it was in the Tentacle Collective section. Why does that make? That makes me laugh. Oh, bless. Yeah, I feel like these kind of games are like quite difficult to exhibit because some of these text/visual novel type things tend to be very slow burners. But however, having said that, I did experience Valhalla at EGX a couple years back, and that's become easily one of my... That really sold me, like when I tried it out at EGX. So a good 10-minute demo. What did you do during the demo? Did you like portion out your time, or and how much did you have to read? Be careful with that flower, human. It doesn't do to inhale that fragrance too deeply. Oh. She gone? I've come to the forest to gather my thoughts. I noticed another change in my appearance. Up until now it's been easy to cover up my transition. I've just had to keep on top of removing the excess body hair. Even the stub of a tail that appeared a few days ago hasn't been a problem. Who'd see it? He was choosing to meet a couple of cats and talking to them to get an idea of their personalities. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. They do seem to have very distinctive personalities, and so far I've only been able to speak to McMurphy. I feel like it's one of those things that, you know, it will open up, because this is only chapter 1. I haven't seen anything that marks a new chapter yet. So yeah, this is only chapter 1, and there are 6 chapters. So this new development is definitely a turning point. How am I going to explain the fact my pupils have turned into vertical slits? I'm going to hide out for a while, see what happens. Uh-oh. It's a beautiful night. We're laid on the sand by the old shipwrecks, relaxing the way only cats can be. When I remember back to all the anxiety and stress I used to live with, endless hours fretting over the antidote research, it makes my fur stand up. Oh no, she's fully gone over. I thought our lives depended upon it. It was my love for McMurphy that finally got me to see sense. Why was I so desperate to make him the same as me? Hadn't I fallen for him the way he was? So I decided to turn it on his head and become like him. Oh no! I lose track after 30. We're laid out under the stars. I can't help smiling to myself. Remember how cold I used to think it was at night. Mac used to rib me for my whining. Now here I am, as snug as can be, counting the stars with the cat I love more than anything else in the world. See, the trouble is, you're still thinking like a scientist. What do you mean? Oh no, look at the cat. Look, she's turned into a cat. When you count the stars, you begin at 1, assume you're going to keep chanting numbers so you quantify the whole entire galaxy. Go on then, enlighten me on a better way of counting. So if you ask me how many stars there are, I take an overall squint at the sky, judge how cloudy or clear it is, decide if there's enough light to hunt. Not too much is the right amount for that, by the way, or a little too little light for a snooze. Best when it's bright, or just enough to steal a kiss from your sweetheart. Now judging by the sky tonight, he nuzzles into my fur and I'm the happiest cat in the universe. Successful dates. Relationship status, in a relationship with McMurphy. Attending achieved, love drunk. 5 dates completed, 3 recon completed, 3 research completed. Cat's romance, 1 of 6. Antidote completed, 16.7%. 9.1% total game seen, 1 of 18 ending, 0 secrets. Oh man. But how do I find the secrets? I don't really have much of a chance to really do anything beyond like... Oh, and then we start again. Oh no! She's gone! Well, we need another cat pun, you guys. So there's a new assistant. Catlin. Dave. Let's do it. R.I.P. Yeah, so... But there was no way to complete the research to not turn into a cat. So presumably that's just going to keep happening until, like, you know, we reach, like, the very end, I guess. So what happens next? Chapter 2. I'm finally here. When I initially received a letter saying I've been placed on a reserves list, I thought it was kind of a way of saying no thanks, put it out of my mind. So imagine my surprise and sometimes, no, there is nothing but death here. I got a call saying there was an opening for me, should I still be interested? Oh no. Oh, here it is. Dear Dave, yours sincerely, Professor Pauper. Oh, you scumbag. Professor Pauper. The ferryman comes out from behind the steering wheel, shouts. Oh, here we go. Is he exactly the same? Is this all the same text? Hello. ID card? Oh, of course. Dave. 1st of the 3rd. So it's 2 months later because Chairman Meow came over at the 1st of the 1st. So, oh dear, 8 weeks. Is that all we have? Good lord. So off he goes, this way. The island is beautiful. Here's a tent. Come in, you must be delighted to have you on board. You must be exhausted. Should we have water? Should we have whiskey? Or should we have a cup of tea? What kind of guy is Dave? Let's go for the whiskey in honour of the ending that we just got. I could tell you and I are going to get along famously. Here's your kit and your catalogue. Okay, I need you to guard it with your life if needs be. Uh-oh. So he scans a few cats for a few hours, fine. As I unpack and settle into my tent, I notice something odd, a little dugout under my bed. I reach in and pull out an unexpected find, the personal journal of the previous research assistant. Oh, the one before me. They must have forgotten it. It's an absolute goldmine of information. It's going to get me up to speed with how it all works around here in no time. But it seems something else is happening here. I get a feeling there's far more going on here than the professor would have me know. In spite of my increasing tiredness, I continue to read. The journal gets weirder and weirder to the point where I'm not sure whether I'm still reading or if I've dozed off and now dreaming of talking cats and kidnappings. I lose the battle, drift off into sleep. Oh, is something going to happen to poor old Dave? I can hear a scratching sound, a rustling of paper coming from a tent flap. It's a cat with something in its mouth. It has the journal. Oh no! Go get the journal. I must get that book back. It has everything I need to know in it. Barefoot, dressed in only a t-shirt and shorts, running at full speed to the forest in the dark of night. This is familiar. I know, I read this in the journal. Something similar happened to the previous assistant, yet here I am, falling into the same trap. I must be crazy. I'm gonna be sick. I realise, of course, I'm close to the danger zone. Everything goes black and I fall to the ground. Oh shit, it's too late. It's too late. A calico cat, one I scanned yesterday, standing in front of me. She drops the journal from her mouth. Oh, they led you there. I pass out. Oh no, here we go. Poor Dave. I'm sorry, Dave. You didn't stand a chance. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cats! There she is! Can you hear me? Are you okay? Here we go again. Has it been bitten? Definitely bitten. Look at its hand. I can make out several deep scratches and puncture marks. Is this real? I read something in a journal about kidnapping. Catnapping! We're sorry, it was the only way. You stole the journal. Oh, but I gave it back to you. Why did you take it? To look it out here, sucker. There's no need for rudeness. If I could talk to these cats, not only is it all true, it's already too late. I have the sickness. We need to have a talk, human. No, we don't. I know what's going on here. I read all about it from your last victim. No, that's not very nice. We prefer to think of you as our champion and friend. You silver-tongued Irish charmer. My reputation goes before me. Oh, I know who you all are from the journal. Let's cut to the chase. We just did that. You know what I mean. What happens now? Keep reading. That will tell you all we know so far. Oh, Chairman Meow. You're not mentioned. You figure it out. It's not my problem anymore. The new cat slinks off to the forest area. Oh, don't worry about them. They're preoccupied elsewhere. So what do you say? Are you going to help us or not? I suppose my fate is already sealed. I may as well do my best to help you sort this mess out. Let's hope this one's better than the last one. Oh shit. I thought the last one was pretty good actually. I thought she didn't get very far with discovering actually what happened to our friends. Oh, gotta go to work. I imagine I'm strangely excited about getting to work in the answer. It's sort of challenge I love. Catalogue beeps a message, no contact information. Some things are best kept to oneself. Oh no. Ominous! I don't have time to work out this puzzle right now though. I like Dave. It's a cheerful little chap. I'm really going to be late for work if I don't get a move on. The professor is working on a ride. Miraculously, I'm not late, so there's no fuss. I want to get to grips to finding out all I can as soon as possible. Ooh. I like little mysteries like this. Right, where should we go? What are our options when it comes to romancing? If I'm male, I guess. Oh yeah, I have choices now. Floofy butt or snooty booty. Should I date a cat, you guys? McMurphy's taken. He gone. We can recon. So that's complete. That's complete. That's complete. I have 2 new recons. Trixie's been telling me a strange phenomenon nearby Rockpool. Snoots has brought me something intriguing. I better check it out. Let's go with that. Analysing products. Dave, are you still sleeping? You ought to be awake by now. Snooty Beauty! Are you okay? What are you doing in my tent? Oh. Can I help you? I want to look at something. Come along. Can you leave the tent so I can get dressed? Goodness sake. I follow her. What do you think it is? I'm intrigued. A partially buried bottle sealed inside a plastic bag. It looks as though it was only recently washed up. Let's open it. What is that thing? Read it to me. Initial tests on the most recent formula are encouraging. Subjects 6 through 18 appeared visibly younger. Moderate to severe side effects noted, including increased hair growth and marked mood alteration. Oh. Subjects 1 through 5 had major complications. Some new, small tumours, skin irritation, partial blindness and memory loss. We need you to look into this, check for contaminants and continue to iterate on the formula. We ought not to trust it. That note could have been written by anyone. We shall conduct our own experiment. Apply the cream to my skin. Let's live a little. I'm willing to take the risk in the name of science. No, no risks. I was hoping the lab would be free. The professor's in here making some notes. I thought I'd taken a day off. Oh yes, I just wanted to check something. I can't take the test equipment away without the professor getting suspicious. I'll have to come up with some kind of excuse. I wanted to get ahead on the field with it. Some samples I found I think could be useful. Oh, what sort of samples? Samples are fecal. Fecal? Yes, a large poo, sir. It has rather interesting properties. Jolly good. Off you go then. Nailed it. I'll take the bag and leave. As I approached the beast, Snooty Beauty's managed to break into the ointment. She appears to have spilled some and is now busy rolling around in it. What are you thinking? This could be dangerous. The only danger here is a ghastly sand sticking to my delicate skin. Do help me get rid of it, Dave. Her skin is very pink. There's no time to lose. I pick her up, run to the ocean. I've been so humiliated in my life. She twists out my grip and scampers off in a huff. I think I got it all off, so I leave her to it. Back to the samples. There we go. I continue to look into this ointment. I test the substances for several common compounds found in cosmetics, but it's negative for all of them. I widen the test of organic compounds. About 30% of the ointment is cat saliva. Ew! If they use the saliva from the cats on the island, it could be infecting all their test subjects with catification. But where have all these other side effects come from? Before I can get the results back, Snooty Beauty comes trotting in. Just thought you should know, security guard's coming this way. She makes herself scarce before he arrives. Not that I care what happens to you after you threw me into the ocean. I take my things and run. Ooh, I feel like we're making some progress. I guess we should kind of pursue Snooty Beauty. We've started now, haven't we? We can romance all of the cats in one go. Oh dear. I let the cool sea wash over my feet and legs. Snooty Beauty, under the shade of palm trees, looking about her with a concerned expression, one I've never really seen a cat make before. Can I help you? You okay? To be quite frank with you, no, I am not okay. I cannot expose this delicate skin of mine to the sun. There's something I need to retrieve from further down the beach. It's quite the predicament. Want me to fetch it for you? Would you be so kind? No problem. Are you stressed? That would upset me terribly. That's sweet of you. You really are a precious thing. I do so hope you're finding your time here pleasant. Don't worry about me, I'm fine. Now what was it you want me to get for you? Don't tell the others. It's very dear to me, you see. One of the few luxuries I have to myself. Okay, I can be discreet when I need to be. There is a tree which bears as ripe as the coconuts all year round. Quite splendid. The coconuts are so sweet and creamy. She looks like she's lost in a wonderful dream. I like to drink coconut water as soon as I can. It's so good for the skin and waistline. The less civilised denizens of the island keep knocking the coconuts down before they're fully matured. Fortunately, no one else seems to have discovered this particular tree yet. Okay, I'll be back soon. I bundle up as many coconuts as I can carry in my arms and haul them back to her ladyship. By the time I get back, I'm faint from the exertion, not to mention walking so far in the sun. I fall to my knees, panting in front of her. Oh dear. Here you go, Boots. She eyes upon with a distinct air of disapproval. I knew you needed one coconut human. Oh, these are far too many. I do apologise. There were plenty on the ground already. Oh, that's small mercy. At least you didn't hack them down. Hack them down with what? Well, your hands are rather large and leathery. I do not use my hands for deforestation. I'm sure you did your very best, although I don't really know what I'm going to do with so many coconuts. You're welcome, I'm sure. What do you think it is, Snoots, that keeps wildlife away from the island? Do you mean the magnetic barrier? Oh, do keep up. I thought you meant to be a scientist. Oh, she means the force field. Be a dear, crack one open for me. My enormous hands? You could try, I suppose. On second thoughts, I'll be right back with a screwdriver. Oh, what? It's a sharp metal tool that bores into things, so I can make a hole to get the water out. Look at nature's bounties. How about that? Shard of rock. Kibbles loves to break things. Had you not noticed? One of the few reasons I tolerate him, don't you know? Far better one of your screw dribbers, don't you think? The rock looks like it could do the job. Here goes. See how nature provides. She stretches her neck, her upper body towards the leaf. She sticks her tongue out so it's going for raising her big eyes to me. I can't quite seem to... Let me help. You seem to be struggling a little. Oh, I'm sorry. Like me to help? Of course I will. You've been deliberately obtuse. I'm under a spell. It's a very powerful one which prevents you following any instruction unless accompanied by some magic words. Would you care to enlighten me? I guess I'm like, please, hero, would you mind passing my libation? Thank you very much. I seem to have forgotten my manners. Please do be so kind, human. I would be most obliged. Oh, go on then. I truly am indebted. Thank you. That looks delicious. I'm sure it was. Oh, my throat's a bit scratchy. Quite. So hydrating. Most palatable. You really ought to try it sometime. That's a good belief. And then she goes and has a nap. Thanks, Snooty. Thanks, Boots. Well done, Boots. Thanks for that. Butt of a cow. Right. Antidote, 19.4%, eh? Let's look at some environmental research. These pools appear to be different colours. They don't appear to be Humi. They are. Pooh to your testing. You take all the magic away. It makes your world very dull, I think. Maybe you're right. Let's see what wonders you're going to show me. This way. She disappeared. I ran to the cliffside where she was walking. Looking over the edge, I can see she's jumped a small rock shelf about 4 meters down from where I'm stood. There you go. Follow me. Follow my voice. And suddenly an alarming sound has come from between two rock faces. It's high-pitched, screeching and very loud. I squeeze through the crevice and I'm in what looks like a cave without ceiling. Yell, shout, scream at the top of your voice, loud as you can. I feel self-conscious. I'm dying to have a go. The acoustics are something else. It's like an amphitheatre. Eventually we run out of steam. I flop to the ground exhausted but exhilarated too. After we've caught our breath, I'm ready to push onwards. We better get on if we don't want to be back too late. We're here. I'm surprised. I was expecting something more impressive, I suppose. I noticed several small pools of water, not much larger than puddles, around the edge of the enclosure. Oh, I see. I bend down next to the nearest pool and see straight away it's the deepest red. It looks like blood. Look at mine. There is the clearest, richest blue water and melted emeralds. Another pool is as green as spring foliage. Then another is deepest purple. One is orange, yellow, pink. Wow. How strange they're all so different. What's causing it? It has to be a trick of the light. Put your hand in. I've done it lots. It's fine. I scoop up some of the water and sniff it. It smells wonderful, so it's been perfumed. What is that smell? I take out my bottles and begin collecting the waters. My theory about the light is blown when I line the little bottles up together and each retain their original hue. Something is dying in this water. I can't wait to get back to the lab to run some tests. I can make out a large empty metal drum. It's rusted, obviously discarded, but get a closer look and see there's a tap near the base and remains of a label. I can barely make out the words. I take a picture of it in my catalogue to decipher later. The perfume I smelled in the cave seems to be stronger here. I'm very intrigued. Trixie couldn't be less interested in all of this. She's happily skipping ahead, looking for a good picnic spot for us. I had to be patient with my investigations. Can I do any more recon? Oh no. Choose again. I need to rest. Thanks Stu for the resub, by the way. Or gifting us the Amazon Prime thing. Thank you. I sit in the position Professor Pauper taught me, legs crossed, back straight, wrists resting lightly on my knees and fingers form to loose circles with forefinger and thumb touching gently. My fur prickles at the sea breeze, my ears twist at the distant sounds of feet on wood. Oh no. Breathe in and out. Drifting now. But are you a cat? Are you a cat? We're not a cat yet, are we? We still have time, right? 20.8% of the antidote. Do we have any more recon to do? No, not for now. We should probably do some research. Research 4. I never thought I could add feline hairstylist to my CV, but it looks like today is my lucky day. Grooming cats. I put on my latest gloves, gather my tools. Brush, scissors, swabs, kitty wipes. Ah, treats. Meow. Meow, meow, meow. Oh dear. I call out to the subjects that enter the lab. What have I got? If you want these, you have to behave, okay? I open the first crate, home the grouchy old Mr. Bumble, and lift him onto the counter to be groomed. Morning, let me check your ears, no debris, lovely. I have a feeling you may be discharged the next day or two. He was brought in with a mild infection, but he seems to have recovered remarkably well. I give Mr. Bumble a cheeky cuddle, begin to brush his matted fur. Where does it all come from? There's enough fur to make another cat. He lets out a displeased grumble. I know, it's very annoying. Just got to trim you off a bit and you can get back to sleep. He lets me cut some of the hair around his bum and the back of his hind legs. And you're a good boy, here we go. Now let's get you back into your cozy crate. Next one, your turn. Got socks, just a cut and colour, yeah? He's a lot more lively, old Bumble. He's trying to bite the brush. Don't make me get the harness, that's no fun for either of us. He settles down, only giving the brush an occasional nip when he thinks I won't notice. Oh, what's this? I noticed a little red patch on his neck under his chin. Oh no, we don't have bot flies, do we? Poor Soxy. I examine the inflamed area. Ouch. If he's a struggle, he must be quite a lot of discomfort. It's okay, Socks, I'm just looking. There doesn't seem to be anything living under here. I believe I don't have to deal with any bot flies. It looks strange, like a rash or a sore, but I'm not sure how or where he could have picked it up. Should I just clean it as a saline station, let the air get to it? Should I put some of the Professor Soothing Cream 116 on it and wrap it in gauze? Let's just clean it. It's all like this should be clean with a little saline. No need for anything stronger. I've reassessed the need for Cream 116 if it hasn't cleared up in a few days. It's not very comfortable for him, but generally he sits pretty well and it's done in no time. There we go. The end. Yes! New unlocks. Research 6. I see, it's weird, like, because I can't tell. Like, I know that I'm probably being pushed down like a path, and that some decisions that I'm making are affecting paths that are opening to me, but I can't necessarily see where those choices are kind of like, where those choices are leading me or whatever. I know that research will just happen. Maybe I wonder if it's like some of the other options I'm choosing elsewhere reveal kind of like what other research is going to happen, or like, you know, what recon activities I get, I think maybe. And I wonder what would have happened if I chose not to help the cats, maybe like next time, because I get the feeling that a terrible fate is going to befall Dave. I should see what happens with if I choose not to help the cats. What happens if we do this? We click. Oh, she's sleeping. Got a gift. I have an hour for lunch. Came to spend it with you. You mentioned a gift? I took some of the remaining coconuts over to lab, cooked up some coconut oil. Well? No, this isn't for eating. I thought you would like some coconut oil to rub into your skin, keep you moisturised and youthful? Aren't you terribly clever? She rarely compliments anyone, so I feel honoured. You may begin. She lolls onto her back, exposing her plump pink tummy to me. Oh, you want me to rub it in for you? Please wouldn't go amiss. Yes, well, I didn't want to make a fuss. I feel like sort of game without a perfect playthrough for everything. I could be wrong though. Yeah. But I wonder if I'm at least going to get the chance to like romance all the cats. Like, because there are, what, 6 cats? 5? Yeah, 6. Wait, how many cats are there? Shit, I forgot. Let's see. Yes, you may. Try to be as gentle as possible. You're very skillful with your hands, human. Okay. I do so wish I had those thumb things. They seem so useful. They're quite handy, to be honest. The paws are cool too. Do my paws next, will you? Snooty's skin is reacting well to the truth. It's become shiny and pliant. I see the good it's doing. I move on to massage her palms. I'm quite taken aback by the length of her claws. Your claws are going to be quite long. Don't you use a scratch post or anything? A what? You know, something abrasive to file them on. Whatever for? Caught on what exactly? I don't know, Snoot, so don't worry about it. I'm sure it's fine. Oh no, do go on. You begin to imply there's a degree of neglecting my grooming. Oh dear. I'm a what, Sphinx? She's trying to get him to say perfect again. It's hard to keep my face straight. Absolutely perfect, Snoots. And you're an expert? I wouldn't call myself that. I've been reading up on Sphinx cats. You have all the characteristics of a pedigree. It's very sweet of you to say so. Remind me, what would those be? Let's just flatter her. That's the route we're going down. Why not? I have a feeling Snooty Booty would not appreciate some of the common qualities of a Sphinx, including wrinkles and pot belly, so I decided to cherry pick and dress it up a bit. Beautiful big eyes, high prominent cheekbones. They're very shapely physique. That isn't strictly true. Sphinxes tend to be quite muscular. Something tells me Snooty Booty wouldn't approve of that description. She's now extended her entire body into what looks like a yoga stretch. I see, go on. Sphinx and cats can become quite greasy. It's recommended to be patted down with a cloth as part of their regular grooming. Ew. They're very regal. Snooty Beauty seems to enjoy it. Well, well, human. Seems to have vast and accurate knowledge of my kind. I'm rather impressed with you. Thank you, Snoot. Which wants me to take what you're saying about my claws far more seriously. Do you think you ought to tend to them? In what way? The length. I believe you're suggesting they ought to be trimmed. I wasn't saying that, but I don't think it's such a bad idea. Perhaps I could help you with that. A manicure? What a marvellous idea. Let's say tomorrow, same time. I feel like she's played me. And with those few words, my heart is a puddle at her feet. Oh dear. But then I suppose, like, what you could do is just, you could, because your time runs out when you've done your research. Like, when you've done, like, the 3rd piece of research, that's it for this assistant. They are presumably catified. So what I suppose you could do would be just to kind of rush through all of this and then not do any of like the romance sections or anything like that. So that's quite interesting. I haven't unlocked any new recon, which is interesting. So I wonder, but I have unlocked some new research, haven't I? Research 6. But if I go to like romance cat, how many cats are there again? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so 6 cats for 6 assistants. So if we continue down the Snooty Beauty route. Snooty Beauty route. I'm so sorry, everyone. Let's try and go through quickly. So let's try and finish chapter 2 for this stream tonight, and then we'll leave it there. Hey Snoots, fancy seeing you here. Pick a hand. Are we going to give her a manicure? I opened to reveal a piece of coarse stone that I cut up in the lab. What a lovely rock you have there. Nail file. It's nail polish. I found it in the lab. I've no idea who it could belong to. Honestly, I don't like to think too much about it. I think I could borrow it for one short hour without anybody missing it. Looks like just your colour. It's called Desire. Oh dear. Oh, nail polish you say? Show me, human. I thought I could try giving you a salon-style manicure befitting a lady. How sweet of you. Shall we sort the snacks and drinks first? Oh, never mind. It won't take you more than a moment to fetch a coconut and then we shall begin. Oh dear. I can't believe I'm actually doing her bidding. It's surprisingly satisfying. I can see why other cats might engage in the process of scratching at trees and rocks. I've always thought they were hunting termites, like little scavengers. Ha! I finished the hind legs onto the final front paw. The stone works really well. Did I tell you how I cut it in the lab? How does this nail polish work? Is it like paint? Exactly. Paint it on, wait for it to dry. I never painted on this nail before, so it'd be a new experience for both of us. Try to keep it still as possible. Sorry, your nail's so tiny. I'm trying to colour within the lines. Never mind. It's a human thing, I guess. Look, your paws look fantastic. Oh, wow. The long, sleek talons are glinting shiny red in the sunlight. She's wearing a bracelet. Fucking hell. Oh my, I am spectacular. She extends the claws momentarily, presses into her arm. Not to puncture the skin. If I tried to move it would hurt. Oh dear. Come on then. Well, what? Pose for the camera. Oh goodness, I didn't realise it's going to be a photographic session also. How exciting. I'm going to have to remove that varnish before I go, so I thought it'd be nice for you to have a photo. Remove it. She looks appalled. Whatever for? I can't leave it on you permanently. It would impede the natural retraction of your claws. Then I shall leave them extended. You can't do that. I beg your pardon? Surely I was mistaken. Uh-oh. May I remove the varnish now? Why do it in the first place? I thought it'd be a fun thing for us to share. I wasn't doing it to taunt you. I'm sorry. Let's try compromising. I know I do it first, I'm so forgetful sometimes. There's a craze sweep in the fashion world. I've read all about it in Bon Vivant magazine. Go on. It's a French thing apparently. It's called the Pinky Flick. She's going for it. I'm thinking of my feet. All the celebrities are doing it. Having their pinky nail painted while their other nails are left natural. Just one nail? She looks intrigued. It's so striking and a la mode. Show me. No, show me. She wants me to paint my own pinky nail. Oh, gladly. Oh, there we go. Here goes. What do you think? Looks a la mode, right? I'm supposed to look rather fetching. I'll wear my nails a la mode if you promise to keep yours painted for the rest of your stay here. It's a deal. Yeah. Okay, let's press on. Oh no, I need to rest. Let's rest. Oh, we're at the rainbow pools. The sea is further away. It's such a long way down. Do you see? Curiosity did what? I'm floating, light as a feather. Fly, little bird, fly away. These are getting a bit weirder and weirder. This person, I'm going higher now, up towards the rainbow. I'm going to touch it. Why did I get scorched by the sun? Are you dreaming? You really ought to go in now. It's too hot out here to sleep. Oh, you're falling asleep. I'm on the patch of scrub grass beside my tent. I was having a moment shut eye and the sun must have fallen asleep. Oh, thank you. So are we refreshed? Are we rested? Yeah, there we are. I still don't have any more recon. Let's just quickly run through. We'll do romance, research, hopefully recon, romance, and then research. So let's just power on through it, guys. Let's continue with Snooty Beauty's very strange route. Oh, I forgot about my tea. Oh no. Oh, it's cold. Okay, so he's massaging her paw now. And she has something for us. Or for Dave, at least. You're my most faithful subject, don't you know? If you want your gift, carry me further down the beach. I'll show you where I hid it. You cheeky bitch. Snooty Beauty directs me with a wave of her paw every now and then. Here. I buried it. I suppose you want me to dig it up then, eh, Boots? I start digging. I find a small object wrapped in a silk scarf. We wouldn't want sand getting into it, would we, dear? It's a little black tub with a plain label stuck to it that reads Skin Cream P103. Do you love it? What is it? It says skin cream. One massages skin cream into one's skin. It's yours now, but where did it come from? It's full to the brim with goop. It smells disgusting, like bin juice or something. Is there cobwebs on my skin? It must attract all sorts of bugs and wildlife. We'll suffer for our beauty, mustn't we? Where did you get it from? Well, I ask you, try some on your skin and tell me you don't see instant results. Have you been using this stuff without knowing where it's come from? But I know exactly where it's come from. Ugh. But where? Did you take this thing from the lab? No. I took it from the stockpile behind the lab where the fire pits are. Ew. Oh, the incinerators. Toxic waste bins. Oh. They routinely give forth the most incredible produce. Waste is indeed a fitting word. Oh, the contents of those bins are meant to be burned. Why are they burning skin cream? It's a fantastic present. I'm going to take it right after further examination. Thank you so much for this. I'm very grateful. You can report back to me with how splendid you look after a few applications. Have you been using this? I have. Please don't throw me in the water again. No problems? As you can see, human, my skin is smooth and clear as porcelain. Yes, so why incinerate it? Nothing, Snooty. I need your word you'll not use any more products you find in the lab again, okay? No, that's not it. I shall go au naturel for a while. You'll see how, without even a touch of skin cream, I'm still as radiant as a star. Okay, challenge accepted, indeed. Oh, this is a bit mysterious, isn't it? Yes! New unlocks. Cool. Thank you very much. Can we research some more? Research 6. Serious testing. Follicle miracle. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hello, you. So we look at the cap and a syringe. What are we testing? What were these meds again? It's supposed to stimulate hair growth. Why? The likes of you and I perform the tasks set out by the people who pay our wages. Such is life, eh? I understand the conversation is over. I look back at the little cat. His name is Smokey. Oh. This is just my job. Although I feel terrible, I find a way to ignore the pangs of guilt and inject Smokey with the medication. He squeals, but it's over quickly. He can return to his cage. Oh dear. How long does this usually take? I don't know. But you've been paid to find that out, aren't you, my dear? Oh yes, of course. After 5 minutes, there's no noticeable change. 10 minutes, still no change. Half an hour, I think his hair looks a little different. I suspect my eyes are playing tricks on me. 1 hour in, I can see the hair is visibly longer, seems to be continuing to grow. I must say I'm very impressed and a little confused. Can I get you a cup of tea? Oh no, I don't think I can tolerate the foul stuff they brew up in the mess tent. I have my thermos of coffee here, thank you. Oh, he doesn't drink the stuff. It's always a bad sign. I instantly noticed the drama taking place in Smokey's cage. Professor, have you seen this? Oh dear. Get him out! I pull out the large hairball Smokey has turned into. His fur tumbles over my arm as I cradle the bewildered cat. I never. Very interesting, isn't it, Dave? I think it's still growing, Professor. I do believe you're right. Perhaps we should consider the clippers. Oh dear. I continue to shave for the next 15 minutes until he finally seems to run out of fur. That's a lot of hair! Let's keep a small amount for testing. Put the rest of it out back. Mora can dispose of it later. Mrs. Marigold, he means. Excellent work. Most interesting findings. Oh, creepy. Why are they doing this? Although the results had nothing to do with me, I'm left feeling a tad guilty about Smokey's ordeal. I check for any signs of trauma. When satisfied he's okay, I awkwardly take my leave. Yes! New unlocks. Can I do one more recon? Let's do another recon. Recon 16. I'm worried about the skin cream Snooty found. I'd feel a lot better if I took some time to analyse it. Let's look at it. What is it? How does Snooty Beauty keep finding experimental cosmetics? We're on an island in the middle of nowhere. It makes no sense. And this one from the incinerator, no less? I decided to run some tests on it. Oh, Snooty Beauty developed some nasty welts after using this cream. I want to see what it's made of. Common natural skincare ingredients, shea butter, chamomile. Other components I can't immediately identify. I check for cat saliva. No match. Any organic compounds? Use other cat-based ingredients. This time it's like cat urine is being used. Ew. Better not share that little discovery, Snooty Beauty. Maybe I could find some more, a little bit more about where these things are coming from. At the back of the tent are a couple of large pits used to dispose of harmful waste from the lab. I'm tentatively moving the debris around with a stick. Somehow, so far, it seems to be just sitting cinders. The silence is disrupted by the sound of someone entering the lab. I make myself scarce by crawling around the far side of a nearby bush. I happen to have ended up at an ideal vantage point to be able to see into the lab through a gap in the canvas. Who dat? It's a professor! Who dat? 2 men enter with a large crate. They are the ferryman and his son. Professor Purrfect is with them. He directs them to place the crate on the worktop. He brings out a small tub that looks identical to the one Snooty Beauty found. This must be the next batch in for testing. Someone who's doing looks at his catalogue. I presume he's receiving a phone call. He dismisses the two men with a wave of his hand. And as soon as they've gone, he turns his attention to the catalogue. He looks anxious as he speaks. They've just been delivered. I shall make a start first thing tomorrow morning. Yes, madam. I certainly will, madam. With all due respect, I do understand the urgency. I'm sure you understand the need for thoroughness. I can assure you it will be ready for the deadline. Testing on sample 104 is going far more smoothly than 103. The improvements are very encouraging. There is a long silence. From the expression on his face, I imagine he is being lectured. It's very important to cross-check it with data here. The island itself has significant effect on the samples. We still have some tests left to do. We are making progress, of course. I shall let you know straight away. Wow. What the fuck is going on? The call ends abruptly. Presumably Madam cut him off. He looks angrier than I've ever seen him. Ooh. I sneak away from the bushes, head back to my own tent. I can continue my investigations another time. Ooh, mysterious. Right. Okay. One more romance. Oh no, we need to rest. So let's rest. Yay! Energy restored. Magic. Come on, come on. We can do this. Let's finish romancing Snooty Booty. Ah, the delicacy of a moment sometimes only matched by the beauty of the moonlight's reflection on the sea. She turns her big shining silver eyes up to meet mine. Human, I have lived a long life, only the first of 9, don't you know? It has been much the same, for as far back as my fragile memory reaches. Seeing the moon reflected on the sea would once mean only that I had stayed awake too long. However, seeing how you conduct yourself, human, with the grace of a drunken fruit fly and yet the confidence of a red-bottomed mandrill, has left me quite inspired. You do not care one bit about how you look. I subtly tried to comb my hair with my fingers as Snooty Beauty turns her attention back to the moon. I have found, since meeting you, that when one cares less about one's appearance, one finds the capacity to care more about other things. I have found it rather freeing to bathe in salt water, something which, not long ago, would have caused me to turn grey with anxiety. In the same vein, I feel I am owed some thanks for teaching you a thing or two about proper skincare. Dave? Yes, Snooty Booty. There is a poem I half remember. The words have become irrelevant, but the sentiment is so enduring that it's almost enough to cause me to weep at the thought of it. Music is also like that, don't you find? And the smell, all of the senses, in fact, are the palette that colours our experiences and leaves an indelible mark on the soul. That's beautiful. Human, I believe you and I are both aesthetes. We're what? We share an artist's appreciation of the séduisant. Keep up. Oh dear. I have suffered on this godforsaken island from the lack of many things. Nothing has quite matched the pain of feeling alone, not having a companion to share the more delicate sensibilities that life has to offer. An alluring scent, a vibrant hue, an Epicurean delight, all the subtle joys that are wasted on our more civilized cohabitants. It has been like air to my suffocation, sharing time with you, human. And so, I feel that together you and I might create something rather wonderful. A masterpiece. Out of us, a union, a joining together of souls, a marriage of hearts and minds. I am saying that I am fond of you, enough to give me cause to believe that we may be able to commit to each other in a time-honoured tradition of love, human. Oh, I love you too. I love you too. What you're saying is more than I could have hoped for. So it is agreed, human. You shall dote on me as my equal from now on? Absolutely. I am 100% about the doting. Snooty will certainly keep that part of this agreement. I'm a little more suspicious about the equal part somehow. But as we sit together, admiring a huge orange moon, I feel quietly confident she will learn with time and a patient teacher. Well, that's done. Achievement unlocked. Relationship goals, Snooty Beauty. Now let's finish our research and say goodbye to Dave, presumably. Yes, I am ready. Research 9. Poor Socks doesn't seem to be getting any better. Time to put my veterinary training to the test. Oh, poor Socks. I'm worried about Socks. None of the treatments seem to be clearing up his wound. Clean the area saline solution seemed to do the trick at first, but after a few days the site got too sore to touch even with a soft cotton pad. Not seeing any positive results, I decided to swallow my doubts and use cream 116. I'm worried that I should have stuck my gut feeling and not used the cream because now it's even worse. I've exhausted my options. How best to proceed? I decided to ask the professor for his advice. I need your advice on socks. Send pic, please. I snap a picture on my catalogue, send it to the professor. Have you tried cream 116? Stage 1 protocols use first clear saline solution, etc. I've tried the cream since, still inflamed. Persevere with cream. Takes a while but will pay off. I feel doubtful. Resign myself to professor seniority. If unsatisfied, try steroid formula in fridge. Red bag. I find the red bag behind a box of vitamin supplements. Got it. Thank you for your help. I pour milk into a small bowl and relieved that Sock seems to like it. I sit with him as he laps it up and keeps an eye on him. I'm satisfied he's sleeping happily and all his vital stats are normal. Aww. Bye, Dave. Yeah, goodbye, Dave. I've come to the forest to gather my thoughts. Oh no, here we go. Same text as before. How am I going to explain the fact my pupils have turned to vertical slits? I'm going to hide out for a while and see what happens. Oh, we're back at the coconut grove. Here, spread it here. The shade is perfect. I begin to spread the old blanket I've been dragging behind me. It's the one I used to have on my bunk when I lived in a tent, and that memory is beginning to fade a little around the edges. I still recall how conflicted I felt though. I knew I wanted to be with Snooty, but had a strong urge to keep working on the antidote. Eventually a decision was made for me. I found it too difficult to remember things in the lab. I kept making mistakes. Then just sort of allowed myself to sink into my transition. It was quite gentle, and the reward was worth any problems. Oh, look at Dave! Oh! Oh, he's so cute! This bit of shade is perfect, just like you. Really, Snooze. I don't know why you need this old thing. It sounds so soft and warm. Also creeps me out a bit. It reminds me, for goodness sake, you've been a cat for 5 minutes. Already know what's best for us. Oh, I suppress a giggle. Oh, yes, of course, my love. Cute little Dave. He's so cute. We're like willfully turning all of these poor assistants into cats. You have skin like the wings of a butterfly. I have no idea why that amuses you so. I'm just happy. You make me happy. Well, you can make me very happy right now. There's nothing I wouldn't do for you. Oh, poor sweet Dave. You really ought to be more mindful of those rash declarations. Just name it. Anything. Okay. All I want is that you fan me with a palm leaf. This isn't nearly as easy as it used to be. Practice makes perfect, my dear. We settle on a peace and quiet the afternoon, me gently wafting the palm leaf over snoozing snoots. How much more blissful could life be? I'm half tempted to warn the new research assistant to just throw in the towel from the start and join us, but I suppose they have their own journey's end. I'm so glad I found mine. I'm so sorry, Dave. Oh, I had 3 successful dates. I only had 2 successful dates with McMurphy. So Dave is in a relationship with Snooty Beauty. 3 lots of research completed, 3 lots of recon completed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dates completed. Ending achieved is Frisson. So I'm 6 out of 18 research, 6 out of 18 recon. Cat's romance, 2 out of 6. Antidote is 2/3 complete. No, 1/3 complete. 18.9% of the total game seen. 2 of 18 endings found. 0 secrets found. Now, you know what's gonna happen, you guys, right? Which one of these poor saps should be our next victim? Number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4? Cast your votes now. And also, what should we name them? Poor Dave. Poor Chairman Meow. Caitlin, number 3. 1, 2, 3. Or Catalin. Oh, Felicity. Oh, damn. I'll do that one next time. Let me write a note to myself. Felicity. That's a good one. Oh, here we go. Here's my ID. Another 2 months later, presumably. There you go. 1 of 5th, 2017. Also, of course, this would take place over the course of a year, presumably, no? As if there are 6 assistants. Come on then, let's go. Here we go. Here's the tent. So, what should we drink? Let's drink some tea. The tea here tastes like cat's piddle. I really wouldn't recommend it. He pours me a cup of coffee from his canteen instead. Fortunately, it's great coffee. There we go. And let's settle in for the night. And then we'll see how this goes very quickly. We'll see who our options are and then we'll call it from there. The personal journal, previous research assistant, the one before me. There's a lot more going on here that I was told about. Hard to believe this stuff is true. So, it makes great bedtime story material. I'll stay up reading until my eyelids begin to close. In spite of my best efforts to read to the end, I drift into a deep sleep. Here goes. Oh, they're trying to steal the journal. So they will run off after them. Who chased me this time? So guys, what do you think we should do? Do you think that we should, like, refuse to help the cats initially, or should we just go straight for it? And so here we go. Off she goes to the danger zone. Oh, it's Trixie causing problems again. And there she goes. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, look at Dave. Look at Dave. Oh, bless him. Here we go again. Yep. Definitely bitten. We're sorry. It was the only way. I have the sickness. Well done. You really did read it. Says Dave. Oh, bless. So I wasn't entirely wasting my time. Are you... You figure it out. It's not my problem anymore. Oh, off he goes. Don't worry about them. They're preoccupied elsewhere. Do we help them or not? Refuse for a change. Yeah, why not? I mean, like, this is turn number 3, so... After what you did to me, how could I ever trust you? You steal from me, put me in mortal danger, lie to get what you want. What would you want to do in a situation? Ouch! No, it's up to you to sort out whatever is going on here. I will have enough of my hands looking after myself. Lame. What did I tell you? I knew this human lacked the intellect and stamina to be part of our research. You rude, self-opinionated Moggy. I would sooner turn into a cat than help you. I'm so sorry, Hero. If there was some way I could help you, I would. Despite becoming more tired and foggy, I somehow make my way back to the research area, and that's it, really. I did plenty of work over the next few weeks and oh, bad end. But I can't remember much of it. Time seems to slip by without my even noticing. I'm sure I did lots of good and interesting work here on the island, but I just can't recall any of it, only vague memories. At the end of the day, I'm really not that bothered. It all feels a bit like a distant dream to me now. I stretch out in the sand, enjoying the midday sun on my fur, lazily licking my paws clean of the scraps left over from my morning feed. Oh shit, we fucked up. Oh no, there she goes. Meow. Oh shit. Bad end. Oh, Chapter 3. Relationship status single. Bye bye, Caitlin. Wow. Okay, so that was nothing. We had ending achieved, anti-hero. We did complete an ending though, so that's something at least. Let's set up the next one and then we'll go from there. Felicity. There we go. So we have to accept. Oh, now we're behind on romantic cats. Never mind. There we go. Are we going again? Yeah. Felicity. Yep, 2 months later. Here we go. Come on then. Let's go. Yeah. Let's have... Oh! Drop of water perhaps? Gin? A coffee would be welcome. Let's have a coffee. Just plain is great for me. There we go. So she's got the catalogue now. That's all well and good. So let's see. Notebook! There are bizarre stories about talking cats and other island anomalies. They're obviously very inspired by the surroundings. It's a great read. Imagine if it were true. Okay, and then the cat wakes them up by stealing the book. Who's there? The notebook has been taken. There we go. I'm running through the forest, chasing what looks like a cat. I've become perilously close to danger zone. I try to turn back, my legs give way. I close my eyes tight as I hit the ground. I'm sorry, Felicity. I love how they just drag you there though, they lure you there, they deliberately do that to you, don't they? Cheeky little bastards. Right. Here we go. Yeah, caught us a live one. Here we go. Have I been bitten? This one's an idiot. Don't be rude. You read the journal? Most of it. Enough to understand what's happening here? Enough to know you have a choice to make? Help the kitties. Enough to know there is no choice. We have to help each other. Let's cut to the chase. Right, let's go. We've read all this already. Let's go back to work. I have a feeling you're going to do well. The best one yet. Oh dear. Bit of the high expectations. Just about to enter the lab to begin my legitimate work. Catalogue beeps. Oh, here's the mysterious message. In calm water, every ship has a good captain. Oh. I've had just about enough mystery as a person could handle. If I want to be anonymous, I should take it you also don't mind being ignored. The professor is already working when I arrive. There we go. So, let's find out. First of all, the last thing that we're going to do is just double check who our options are when it comes to romance. We're a third of the way through the antidote. So I could go for Kibbles, Floofy Butt, or Trixie. So Kibbles has opened up. Trixie has opened up. Floofy Butt is still there. We didn't romance Floofy Butt at all. So... But who's the mysterious sixth cat? I'm just trying to go through my head like how many cats there were and what the cats were, but no, I can't think who the sixth. Ooh, sixth must be super duper special secret cat. Yeah, we'll go for Floofy next time. But I think that I'm actually going to call it there. That's a good stopping point, I think. So thanks guys, thanks for joining me. Next time we will romance Floofy Butt and see where that gets us. So that's me done on these Monday streams. There might be a few bonus streams over the Christmas period, otherwise we are on break from the 23rd to the first Friday in January. But just to let you guys know, on the 22nd of December, so that's this Friday, we're going to do a special stream. Subs in our Discord have access to a vote about what we're going to do, because we're doing our thank you for 250 followers and 10 subs stream. So we got a little bit of a vote going on first of all, well, in the Discord about what we're going to do. So we shall see what happens there. But we'll be starting a little bit earlier on Friday. We'll be starting at 7 PM GMT instead of our usual 8 PM GMT for Casual Friday. But it will be a special Casual Friday. And our last one before Christmas. So thank you very much, and thanks for joining me again. Thanks. You have a lovely Christmas. Yes, a Ready Up Discord, Stu, I will send you a link. You do get privileged access as one of our subscribers. Hooray! So thanks guys, and if I don't see you before then, have a lovely holiday season and take it easy. And for now, that's me away. Bye bye!